Hello everyone, Bo Williams here in the WATE 6 Near Side newsroom. I want to get you up to date on what's going on traffic as we do every Friday. We like to kind of get you up to date on what's going to be going on this weekend as well as next week. So when you're out running errands, if you need to be somewhere, if you've got a business trip, you know you need to go to the airport, what have you, you can plan accordingly. You want to make sure you get to wherever it is you're headed on time. As we also do, we want to give you an update on how things are looking right now on this Friday afternoon. And when you take a look outside, well, we see a lot of alerts right now, courtesy of TDOT. We'll start things off for you west of town, I40 eastbound out in Loudoun County. This is right there into the 4075 merge. We're seeing some heavy traffic for you there. Also seeing heavy traffic north of town on I-640 eastbound. That's at mile marker 2.4. Again, I-640 westbound. This is at mile marker 4.2. Seeing some heavy traffic. Also seeing some heavier traffic. This is I-40 westbound in Knoxville near exit 386. We actually had a disabled vehicle near the downtown area earlier that was causing some issues. Also south of town along I-140 eastbound in Bluff County, right before you get to Alcoa Highway. Some heavy traffic for you there. That's near exit 9. That's Topside Road. And then we're also, this just popped up, heavy traffic for you I-40 eastbound in Cedar County as well at mile marker 407. So that's out near the ballpark. And of course, one that we've been watching for you for a while. Work continues. Downtown Morristown near the Belk Building, State Route 343 southbound. You got that emergency road work still going on. That's East Main Street, West Main Street, still closed at this time. However, we do have an update for you when it comes to the work that's going on there. And let's pull that up real quick. You can go to WAT.com right here and get the latest on this, what's happening in Morristown as far as the repairs to the road, the sidewalks. And we can tell you the sidewalks there are reopened. Cleanup crews, this after the Parks Belk Building fire in Morristown. So that cleanup continues, but at least the sidewalks are now open in the downtown area. I believe we've got some more photos here as well. So the road's still closed, but you're still able, hopefully, to get around on foot a little bit better there in Morristown. So again, keep that in mind as again that work continues in that area. But again, at least some progress is being made. So we'll continue to watch that and keep you up to date. All right, let's go back over to the map that we were looking at here just a moment ago. Let's bring in the TDOT SmartWay cameras for just a second, see if we can't get a visual on some of these slower areas. We talked about the slowdown near Topside. There's the slowdown for you. That's I-140. And you can see right now it is slow traffic. It looks like, let's see, is that east or westbound? Let's go back here for a moment. I can't remember. It looks like maybe westbound, or I should say, yeah. Well, this is I-140 eastbound, but they're highlighting westbound here on the map, and that's what it's looking like here as well. I-140 westbound. So again, just kind of make note of that. It's going to be a little slow there. Not getting a report of any accidents, but just some heavy traffic for you right now. Let's also bring in here for just a second. Construction, anything like that? No? Well, we do have some construction right there. Let's see if it's adding to that. That says I-140 both directions, Pellissippi from exit 11, Alcoa Highway. Lane closures weekday, so that could be what we're looking at here is something like that. We'll also check Waze here for just a moment, see if there's any fender benders being reported in that area. No, just heavy traffic. So it looks like maybe construction is an issue there along I-140. Just heavy traffic for you also near downtown. We'll bring the cameras back in here for just a moment and click on a few spots for you. This is near Alcoa Highway. Live look for you right now. Heavy traffic for you. Actually have one vehicle off on the shoulder of the roadway. That's 40 westbound. This is you're coming underneath Alcoa Highway, making your way towards 640. Again, heavy traffic for you, those inside lanes. Fairly typical for this time of day, especially on a Friday. Also, we've been seeing some heavy traffic for you when you take a look here just east of town. This is on I-140, or this is I-40 westbound, and here's a live look for you. And you can see we have an issue on the inside shoulder. This is 40 westbound. This is out near mile marker 398. So if you're going to be traveling here soon, heading into Knoxville from the east side of downtown, or you know someone coming in, they're going to hit some heavy traffic for you right now. This is a pretty significant backup. We'll bring in another camera here, see if we can get another look at just how bad the backup is at this hour. Here we go live, and again, there you go, 40 westbound coming into Knoxville from the east side. Very heavy for you right now. Moving a little bit better here than what we saw once you get a little bit closer to that incident. We'll take a look at one more camera. This may give us a better view. Here we go. Also, we've got a camper off on the inside shoulder right now, and crews are getting by, or I should say traffic is getting by, but it's just going to slow everything down for you. So this is the camera just west of Strawberry Plains, so kind of make note of that near the TDOT building, maybe give you a point of reference where you're going to start seeing some of those delays. So again, pretty significant slowdowns and spots coming into town from the east side. We'll have to continue to monitor that one for you. North of town, still seeing some heavy traffic in some areas. A lot of this has to do with traffic trying to get onto 75 northbound. Here's the right-hand lane of 640 east, and we've stopped it for you here. But you can see how it is starting to back up. That's traffic again trying to hit that flyover ramp to 75 north. So again, pretty typical for a Friday afternoon. Heavy traffic around the area. Just plan accordingly, and just know you're going to run into some delays in spots. Also, if you're traveling over near Sevierville, Pigeon Forge area, Sevier County, we are seeing some delays there along the Parkway, especially near the intersection with Cedar. But again, you can see some significant slowdowns there along 321, so just be prepared for that as well. All right, let's talk about what's going on as far as some projects coming up next week that you're going to need to know about. We're going to go to Blount County. Many times, we know we've got the work going on Alcoa Highway right there near the river, right there near the Knox-Blount County line as well. The widening project, the improvements that are happening. We've got some other work going on, but in a different area that we need to make you aware of. So Blount County, U.S. Highway 129, so that's Alcoa Highway. This is southbound. And just south, here's McGee-Tyson Airport for you right here, just south of the airport. So we're talking south of West Hunt Road, the interchange here, to Hall Road. So not a long stretch, but southbound. Beginning Sunday, the 7th, you need to be alert for possible lane closures. This will be from 7 in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. The crews are relocating some technical, some digital devices in that area, some tech devices, and so that's why you're going to see some delays. But again, this will be starting at about 7 o'clock in the morning until 3 in the afternoon. Southbound Alcoa Highway, just past the airport there from West Hunt till you get to the split there where Alcoa Highway and Hunt Road split in the Alcoa area. So not a long stretch of road, but could cause you a few slowdowns there. Also, we'll stay in Blount County. The interchange north of the airport. So this is the I-40 Alcoa Highway interchange. Beginning Monday, and this is going to run through Friday next week, watch out for possible alternating ramp closures. The good news is this is going to be mainly overnight hours. So we're talking about from 8 o'clock at night till 6 in the morning the next day. Crews are going to be working on these ramps, and this is going to impact, this is I-140, as well as the ramps to Alcoa Highway north and southbound. So again, just be prepared. You may see some ramp closures. So if you're traveling early in the morning, maybe you head out early, or maybe you're coming back late, or you're trying to get to catch a late flight, just keep in mind, be aware, you could see some ramp closures, and this is all going to start on Monday. Alcoa Highway, I-140 interchange. Also, at that same time, you're going to have issues with, let's see here, the Alcoa Highway ramps to I-140. So not only are we talking the ramps from I-140 to Alcoa Highway, but then these loops here, these ramps from Alcoa Highway to I-140. So be prepared for that. These will also run 8 p.m. to about 6 in the morning. So this could cause you some issues, especially if you're catching an early morning flight or a late flight at McGee-Tyson. Give yourself some extra time if you're coming from just north of the airport in case you get caught in one of those, and especially if you're going to be coming off of I-140 trying to get onto Alcoa Highway and you have to access one of those ramps. You may, if it's closed, you're going to have to go down to the next exit, turn around, and come back. So just keep that in mind for your travel purposes next week, and that runs from Monday through Friday. All right, another project that we're watching for you. This one brings us to Knox County. This is a stretch of I-40, and we're talking West Town Mall area, West Hills. Give you a couple of locators for you right now, but this is I-40 between mile markers 389 and 387 from Sunday through Tuesday of next week. Watch out for possible lane closures between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. So again, this is going to be overnight hours, but still a lot of traffic around 7 o'clock at night. So watch for that, at least from 7 till about 9 o'clock. And then if you're an early riser trying to get to work, just know before 6 a.m., you can see these crews out there working. They're going to be milling and paving in this area. So that's why you've got Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday night. But this is near that West Hills exit coming up for you. Beginning Sunday, going through Tuesday. So watch that. Of course, all this is going to be weather permitting, but that is going to cause some issues, especially late in the day. All right, another area for you staying in Knox County. If you take Henley out of town, so northbound, and you're trying to get up to, say you're heading toward 275, and then you need to take this ramp here that kind of loops you around 275 and puts you onto I-40 westbound, just know Sunday through Tuesday, watch out for possible lane closures. And again, this is going to be 7 p.m. to 6 a.m. Let's see, make sure I got the right. I want to make sure I mess these up. No, actually, this is going to be Tuesday. This is going to be the ramp from Henley Tunnel to 40 West. Okay, they're actually going to close this ramp, and this will be Tuesday night at 7 o'clock until 6 the next morning. They're going to be doing some maintenance activities on this ramp. So again, watch for that. At least it's just one night, one early morning we'll have to contend with this, but this is coming up next Tuesday. So as you come through the tunnel, you're coming up toward 275, you're going to jump off onto I40 westbound. That ramp is going to close Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. It will reopen at 6 a.m. the next day. All things considered, if all things go as planned. But again, they're going to have to shut that ramp down, so that's just something to think about. If you're going to be downtown trying to get out west, whether it be late in the day, maybe you're working late on Tuesday, or if you're out early that morning, that ramp's still going to be closed until 6 o'clock a.m. All right, another spot we're going to keep moving along here for you. Let's see, we've got, this is North Cedar Bluff, and here, what we're looking at, this is going to be, this is North Cedar, the ramp to I-40 eastbound. So if you've traveled North Cedar Bluff, and you're coming up and you're trying to get on I-40 eastbound, it's this long ramp right here. So you're just shy of North Peters here. A lot of people trying to, at the last minute, trying to scurry over, get over in that right-hand lane to make that ramp. Here's what's going to be happening. On Wednesday, April 10th, watch out for a possible ramp closure between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. So again, at least it's overnight hours, but if you are out later in the day or early in the morning, this is going to impact you. Crew's going to be doing some roadway surface treatment activities, is how they're describing it. So again, this is going to be coming up for you on Wednesday night, April 10th. This ramp could close for a time. And again, that is from North Cedar Bluff heading to I-40 eastbound out in the West Knoxville area. So there's a few things there you need to be keeping in mind. All right, something else you need to be thinking about looking ahead to the weekend. It's marathon weekend, right? So just a reminder for you, here is the map. And as far as the marathon is concerned, just about everywhere as far as the city limits near the downtown area, you're going to be impacted. So you're going to have a number of road closures. The race starts probably around 7. I think the national anthem is at 7:27. The race will probably start around 7:30. But even before then, you're going to have these road closures. But we're talking Clinch, we're talking 16th, we're talking Volunteer, Lake Loudon, Neyland Drive, portions of Kingston Pike, at least one section of it. Many times they'll make it where it's one lane open both directions for vehicle traffic, 2 lanes closed for foot traffic. But that will still cause some issues for you early in the morning on Sunday. Then obviously as you're coming over here through Sequoia Hills, come up Knowlton, jump back over here, you're going to hit the Greenway behind the intramural fields, along, not too far from Sutherland, back behind West High School. This will bring you back toward Fort Sanders. You'll have more road closures, 22nd, and some other roads here will be closing. And then if you're a half marathoner, you're done. If you're doing the full marathon, then you're going to be heading back over to some of the neighborhoods in the East Knoxville area as you kind of wind around. They're going to bring you also not too far from our studios here, 4th and Gill. Some of those roads will be impacted. You'll eventually head across the water toward Island Home, Sevier Avenue, then come back over toward Gay Street and coming back into downtown. The race is going to go from about 7:30 in the morning until 2:30. 2:30 is the cut time in the afternoon. So throughout the day, you're going to see police out. They'll be directing traffic, but it's a Sunday morning, so if you're heading to church, you're going to need to plan where you need to go and how you're planning to get to church, because again, you're going to have these road closures that'll be happening on Sunday for the Knoxville half and the full marathon. So, of course, we'll be bringing you the live coverage right here on WATE. We're excited to do it again this year, but if you're going to be trying to get around, just know Sunday it's going to be a little difficult, and hopefully, if your church is somewhere in these areas, they have already, your pastor has already talked with you about that and has already reminded you as far as whether or not there will be services or if they're going to change the times, or just to remind you you're going to have to find an alternate route. Also, there will be a number of first responders throughout these areas. Many people are always concerned about what if something happens, if there's an emergency. Don't worry. They actually have people that are stationed inside these areas so that if they need to get somewhere, first like fire, police, they can get there quickly and the race can still continue on as well. So they have already thought that out. But again, just be aware you're going to be dealing with that. And then Saturday night, we do have the 5K that's going to be happening in the Fort Sanders area. And again, it all starts at Clinch All the races start at Clinch, but you can kind of see the area here that will be impacted. It goes all the way over to, what is that, 22nd, 23rd, somewhere like 23rd. And so they'll be kind of zigzagging their way through here, but this will impact a number of roads there. It's already kind of a tight area. Got a lot of people who park on the roadway, on the streets. Just to be aware that you're going to have a lot of racers. They're expecting some big numbers for the 5K this year. You've got the kids run as well. I should probably point that out. It's kind of a smaller course, but that'll be going on Saturday night as well. So just some things to think about as you're planning for the weekend, as well as next week. We have a number of projects that you need to know. And of course, if you ever have a question about any of them, you can always send me your questions at BoWilliams@WATE.com. But then, have yourself a great weekend. Go out and cheer on the runners. Don't forget about all the traffic issues that we'll be seeing next week. A lot of new projects. A lot of them are overnight. That's good, but still could impact you either early in the morning or if you are traveling, say, after 7 o'clock. But again, just be prepared, be safe, and as always, give yourself a little extra time. All right, have yourself a great weekend, and we will see you again next Friday.